Welcome back to another episode of Nightmares and News, where we pride ourselves on bringing you spooky updates on all things horror and the latest in horror news. Make sure to follow so you never miss an update from the Horror Burrito, because today we talk Bloody Gothic Action RPG Crimson Moon announced coming to PC and consoles. During the Sony State of Play recently, independent video game company Probably Monsters revealed their Bloody Gothic Action Adventure RPG Crimson Moon, built around intense replayable missions that blend visceral combat and deep character. With deep character progression, the game is due out later this year for PC via Steam and the Epic's Game Store, PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series. As a half-human, half-angel Nelphim, sworn to protect humanity as a Knight of the Crimson Moon, players will wield holy fury and divine abilities in their fight to retake the fallen city of Gildenarch. Players can venture along to bring a friend in optional cooperative play as they reclaim the city district by district from the Infernal Legion. Crimson Moon's fast-paced combat is built for mastery and skill expression. Players will be able to explore cathedrals, battlements, and shadowed districts of Gildenarch as they fight through demons, vampires, and undead gods. Do you plan on picking this one up? Silent Hill Townfall officially revealed for later this year. Konami wasn't waiting until the Silent Hill transmission to unveil the new trailer for Silent Hill Townfall. Dropping during the Sony State of Play, the new trailer reveals the game's protagonist, Simon Ordell, who was called back to the island of St. Amelia in Scotland to put things right. What he encounters is a town lying quiet beneath a heavy fog, seemingly abandoned but not at rest. All he has on him besides his clothes are an IV bag and a medical wristband with his name on it. He heads to the town with no leads, but the voices from the CRTV he picked up along the way. Driven to understand his connection to the place and its inhabitants, Simon begins to discover fragments of the past rising to the surface. Played entirely in first person, Townfall has players exploring and evading, and ultimately trying to survive using a limited set of weapons and tools, including the CRTV, a pocket television used to tune into unstable signals, while narrative-driven puzzles reveal a truth that refuses to stay submerged. The release date will be announced later, but pre-orders are available now. Francis Galuppi's Evil Dead movie has a working title. With Evil Dead Burn due out on July 24th, the next entry in the legendary horror franchise is already in the works from writer and director Francis Galuppi. New Zealand's The Screen Guild reveals the 7th installment's working title is Evil Dead Wrath, with production slated to begin later this month. Plot details are being kept under wraps. Evil Dead creator Sam Raimi and franchise producer Rob Turpin are producing. Evil Dead icon Bruce Campbell and Evil Dead Rise filmmaker Lee Cronin will executive produce alongside Rommel Allen and Jose Kansas. New Line Cinema will distribute domestically through Warner Bros. Pictures, with Sony distributing internationally. Are you looking forward to this installment in the series? You know we are. Jason Goes to Hell documentary, Hearts of Darkness, comes home in April. Go behind the mask of one of horror's most infamous sequels with Hearts of Darkness, the making of the final Friday. The Jason Goes to Hell documentary will be released on Blu-ray April 14th via Red Shirt Pictures. Limited to 1,500 prints, they are set to be available for $39.95 exclusively from Synapse Films. Exploring the story of how a 23-year-old film student got the reins of horror's biggest franchise, with the 9th installment in the Friday the 13th franchise, production of the doc began back in 2019 and features never-before-seen behind-the-scenes footage. The documentary comes with audio commentary, the original trailer, interviews with the crew, alternative titles, and 6 collectible cards, and much more we didn't mention here. Do you plan on picking one up for your collection? R.L. Stine's new horror book, Nightmare on Nightmare Street, releasing this week. R.L. Stine, the best-selling author of the beloved Goosebumps and Fear Street franchise, is back this week with the new Nightmare on Nightmare Street, a brand new horror novel. From the master of spine-tingling horror for young adults, Nightmare on Nightmare Street is full of strange sounds, terrifying visions, and things that go bump in the night. #me. In R.L. Stine's latest nightmare, 12-year-old Joe Ferber and his sister Sadie and their parents have just moved into a house that has all the hallmarks of horror. Tombstones in the basement, a creepy doll lying around, strange noises in the wall, and so on. As Joe tries to fall asleep on the first night, his nightlight begins to flash and change color, and the creepy doll appears in his bed. And then 12-year-old Sean Hannigan wakes up from a dream. Sean and his little sister Addie are seemingly living in the same house with their mother, but when they arrive at their school for the first day, the teachers are all wearing animal masks, and the principal's office is pitch black and full of noises. At the end of the day, a stranger claiming to be Sean's mom picks him up and tells him he doesn't have a sister. The upcoming novel promises horror tropes abound and a frightening and occasionally self-aware standalone romp from Stine about the differences between nightmares and reality and what happens when the line begins to blur. From Blackstone Publishing, Inc., the 220-page hardcover novel Nightmare on Nightmare Street will be released on February 17th, 2026. You can pre-order your copy on Amazon now. Do you plan on picking this up for your collection? Being an avid Stine collector, you know I will. Stranger Things, Tales from 85 will feel like a lost season, says the showrunner. Set between the events of Stranger Things Season 2 and 3, Stranger Things, Tales from 85, showrunner Eric Robles is aiming for the animated spin-off to feel like a lost season of the flagship show. You could easily take this and make it into a live-action version, Robles tells Empire. We wanted to go back to Hawkins and feel like a lost season. He says it harks back to when the kids weren't trying to save the world, they were just trying to save the town. And just when you thought it was safe to go back to Hawkins, Ropples teases, it's written, as a Jaw-inspired creature, it's wintertime in Hawkins. The whole town's covered in this ocean of snow, and that brings new dangers, he says. Tales from 85 will premiere on April 23rd on Netflix. In the winter of 1985, snow blankets the town, and the horrors of the Upside Down are finally fading. Eleven, Mike, Will, Dustin, Lucas, and Max have settled back into normal life and D&D, snowball fights and quiet days. But beneath the ice, something terrifying has awakened. Could it be from the Upside Down? From the depths of Hawkins' lab? Or just somewhere else entirely? Our heroes must race to solve the mystery and save Hawkins. Are you looking forward to this animated spinoff? Do you think they should have stopped at Season 5? And that's all the news I have for you today, my lovely fiends. Stay spooky, keep those claws sharp, and consume more souls of the living. I've been your host, Bumps in the Night, and I appreciate your viewership. If you did enjoy today's content, maybe consider clicking some of the buttons like comment, share, subscribe, are all fantastic things that help out the page. Just know no matter what you do, we appreciate your viewership, and we'll scare you in the next one.